SAP follows a three-tier architecture. Three-tier means whatever you see, you'll get three layers. One is presentation layer. First one is presentation layer. The second one is application layer, and the third one is database layer. This is a database layer. Generally, if you take any software, if you, for example, you are building one application, that application you built on one programming language. Where you install here. For example, your application name is XYZ. In this system, in the C drive you install that, right? In the C drive, all the softwares where we install in C drive. And to store the business data, all these companies don't store their business data at hard disk level. Hard disk is what? File system storage. Instead of saving their business data in file system storage, they do store their business data at a database layer. Here you will have database software, and along with that by using that database software, they use business data. They save all their business data in separate layer called a database layer. What is the difference between file system storage and the database? I gave you a few examples, right? Hard disk storage means file system storage. Data, what is database exactly? Database is nothing but it's just a software. Database is a software through which we manage the data in a structured manner, so that we can fastly insert the data, fastly retrieve the data. Finally, the data will save in the hard disk only. But in this scenario, one software is managing your data. That is called as a database. I gave you one example. If I have 1 TB hard disk with me, you have full of your movies, your videos, your pics. Can you call it that as a database? No. It is just a drive. If you connect to your laptop, another drive will appear, right? It is a file system storage. When you call that as a database, means if you are installing any of the database software. What are the database softwares we have? Oracle, Sybase, MS SQL, DB2, MaxDB. These are all the database softwares which are available in the market. So you install one database software, and by using that software you are managing all your business data. Why? What is the need of database layer? We discussed everything yesterday, right? In SAP, when it comes to SAP, at a presentation layer, what is presentation layer? From where you log in, all your laptops are presentation. You are getting the response there, right? There you install one tool called SAP GUI. SAP GUI tool. Just a login tool, that is. It just works as a browser. To log in into any website, you need a tool. What is the tool you need? A browser. Whatever the browser, right? The same way, the end user system, we install SAP GUI, or you can also call it as logon pad. Just a small software is there. By using that software, you connect to SAP. So if you take any, yesterday I gave you one statement. If you take any software in the world, the application functionality means whatever the application you developed, that application's software, and the data generated by using that software. What data you generate? Some business data you generate, right? Both resides differently. But when it comes to SAP, the application functionality and the data generated by using that software both resides centrally in the database. So actually, where your application needs to be installed? At application layer. Okay? Where your data should reside? All your business data at a database layer. This is general scenario. But SAP is somewhat different here. What SAP is doing, instead of here, entire their software is storing here. That is called as SAP repository. SAP repository. Why SAP is saving entire their software content? What is the meaning of SAP repository? Programs, reports, screens, menu options, everything. Only few of the application components resides outside of the database at application server level. Call them as kernel. What are they? .exe files and .dll files. .exe files and .dll files. What are .dll files, anyone? Dynamic link library files. We have two types of softwares, right? What are the two types of softwares? We have two types of softwares. One is system software, second one is application software.
Appreciate.
System software is one, second one is application software. System software means the software which you directly install on the hardware is called as a system software. And the application software means the software which you install on system software. For example, system software example is operating system. First, what software you install on a hardware? Any operating system, right? That operating systems are called as system softwares. And whatever the applications you install on that, your WhatsApp, Facebook, Insta, VLC player, all are apps, right? You are downloading from App Store. They are called as application softwares. Remember. So, for example, Android is your system software or application software? System software.
System software.
Windows operating system, system software. Linux operating system,
Systems.
system software. Everything is a system software. And your VLC player, MS Office, Insta, Facebook, whatever the other applications you install, all are called as application software. So what is this .dll file means? For example, now I am in Paint. I am in this Paint screen. This Paint is a system software, MS Paint. It is a system software or application software?
Application software.
Application software, right? So if I am giving print here, file, and say print. If I give print here, is printer connected to this MS Office? No. This application software and printer. In between you have another software. What is that? System software is that. Right? When I give print here, the request will go to system software first. The system software is connected to your hardware, right? The hardware is connected to your system software. Then your operating system will command that printer to give the print. Then there should be some communication between your system software and application software, right? That communication is established by your .dll files, your dynamic link library files. They are called as dynamic link library files. All these executables. What is the core software of any software? For example, I have MS Office with me. Already I gave these examples. See, I have a MS Office software. See, MS Office 2007 here. See, if I open this software, entire software, I have got one setup.exe file. If I want to install in your laptop, should I copy entire folder or only setup.exe is enough? Entire folder. If I copy only setup.exe, when I execute that, it will read all these things and it will install all these things. But if you don't have all these things, what happens? Nothing will happen. The same thing now, if it is a ERP, SAP software, everything is saving at database. This entire programs, reports, screens, menu options of your Office, Excel, Paint, PowerPoint, everything. Only that heart of the software, what is that? Setup.exe. That I am saving at application level. That is the reason the technically where SAP is installed at application layer. But all your programs, reports, screens, why SAP is saving like this? If you take, for example, one other ERP is there, some PeopleSoft ERP is there, PeopleSoft ERP is there. That ERP software will save at application layer. This is a business application software, right? When I am saying application software, it should store in the application layer. But SAP also ERP, it is a business application software which should install it here. But my software size is 250 GB here. ERP is not a small software. It is having integration of all the business modules like SD, MM, finance, accounts, controlling. All software's integration is your ERP. Now my software itself 250 GB. If I save my 250 GB software in my C drive, if I want to call one sales order screen from that file system storage, it will take so much time, right? And at anyhow you are purchasing one of the database software to store your business data, right? Then why shouldn't I use the same database software to store my application repository also? That is SAP doing. Simple. But technically, where should I install SAP? At application layer. That is the reason all the heart of the software, your .exes and .dlls are saving at application layer. Clear? Yesterday, last class we
Yes, sir.
discussed
Clear.
entire this topic only. If you have any doubt, please go through that regarding. So
Yes, sir.
your understanding is what? If you take three layers, R3 SAP follows three-tier architecture. One is presentation layer, second one is application layer, third one is database layer. At the presentation layer, we install SAP GUI software. You should have that clarity. Presentation layer means what? All end users laptops, desktops, you will have that small tool. SAP will not be installed there. Remember, only the tool, login tool will be installed there at end users desktop. At a database level, generally, if you take any other software, you should have database software plus your business data. These two only will be there. But when it comes to SAP, along with that database software, you'll have business data as well as SAP repository extra. Means entire your 250 GB of your software. For example, my business data is 1 TB. 1 TB of business data, everything is storing at the database level only. Only few of the application components, just like .exe files, .dll files, they are saving at application layer. The entire logic will work where? At application layer. How SAP's logic is working to access this repository data and business data, that is today's our class. That is called as SAP's architecture. If somebody asks you SAP architecture, you should explain this layer, application layer, what we have in that application layer. Can I proceed further? Any doubts here?
Right. Clear.
Yes.
Good out, sir.
See, this is my SAP's architecture. At the presentation layer, I installed GUI. For example, 10 users are there. 10 users are logging from their respective laptops. Each and everyone's laptop, I have installed SAP GUI software. Fine. That is just a login tool. At a database server, I have here my database is Oracle. So Oracle software and customer data means your business data. Along with that, you will have SAP repository also, means your programs, reports, screens, menu options, printer fax configuration settings, data addition, everything related to SAP software. That means your SAP software and your business data and your database software, everything is residing in the database only. Why? Means we have huge amount of software here. That is the reason SAP is saving their software also in the database. If you take another software, actually the software should locate at application layer. How this application layer performing, how this end user is accessing this business data, this repository data. See, this application layer has a few functionalities called message server, few services, message server, gateway server, dispatcher. Message server, gateway server and dispatcher. And we have 5 types of work processes. One is dialog work process, background work process, update work process, spool work process and enqueue work process. How they work? See, if a end user tries to log in into the system, first the request comes to message server of application layer. From presentation, the request comes to application layer. In application layer, first message server will be there. The request will first taken care by message server. This message server will pass that request to dispatcher. The name itself suggesting, see, dispatcher means it will dispatch the work to appropriate work process. We have different types of work process. 5 different types of work process means for a different kind of things, different types of work process. If a end user requested for a login, for example, you hit www.gmail.com, you are getting the login screen, right? How that login screen you are getting? Means the request will come to message server to dispatcher. Dispatcher will give that work to dialog work process. Remember, dialog work process is responsible for logins. Dialog work process responsible for logins. If a end user requested login. Request come to message server to dispatcher. Dispatcher will give that work to dialer. See, five lines are there, right? Five types of work processes are there. In SAP's architecture, we have a concept called work processes. There are five types. One is for logins, dialog. If a end user requested for a long running job means what? For example, you want to run all the employees payroll, the job which one program is there, that program is taking longer time. For that kind of jobs, we schedule in a background, not in a foreground. For that kind, if you are scheduling that type of long running job, then the request will come to message server to dispatcher. Dispatcher will give that work to background work process. Dispatcher will give that work to background work process. If a end user says create, insert, update, modify, change, edit anything, then the request will come to message server to dispatcher to update work process. And remember, only update work process has read and write authorizations. Update work process has read and write authorizations. If you want to change anything in the database, only who can do that? Update work process can do that. If you create a new user, update work process will comes into picture. If you create a new sales order, if you modify something, if you change, if you edit, whatever the change task you do, then message server will give that request to dispatcher to update work process will perform that work. And remember, update work process has read and write authorization, whereas all other work process has only read authorization. Dialog, background, spool, enqueue, they can't change anything in the database. Remember, update work process should be there to change this anything into the database. And enqueue work process. Enqueue means what? Whenever this update work process comes into a picture, enqueue will log that particular object. For example, I'll give you this enqueue prevent deadlocks. What is deadlock scenario? I'll give you that scenario. You are trying to book a movie ticket. Okay, the corner seats you have selected. When you selected, from white to gray, it will convert, right? And you are entering some HDFC bank details. At the same time, I logged into the system. If the two seats are available for me also, I'll select that two corner seats and I am entering ICICI bank details. Whom should it get confirmed? What this enqueue will do, who logged in first in, first out. Who logged in first, for that person, it will give read and write authorization. The second person, it will only give the read authorization. At the same time, both parties cannot edit a single object. If there is no enqueue, no online shopping will happen. Remember that. Even your train tickets, bus tickets, movie tickets, whatever online shopping you do, only one item is left. At a time, 10 people logged in to Amazon. Then who selected that object first? For that, enqueue will log that until he committed his transaction successful. If he enter wrong OTP, then his transaction will be cancelled. Again, it will the lock will be open. Again, it will come into open state. Have you ever observed when you are booking some bus tickets in Red Bus or something, you select some two seats. Immediately, if you log out and
Yes,
log in, that time also the two seats will be in a selective mode, right? That means that lock is not released. Have you observed this one?
yes,
Without
sir.
enqueue work process, there is no online shopping. Remember, whenever update comes into your picture, enqueue will comes into your picture and it will log that particular object. If this update is updating entire table, enqueue will log that entire table. If this update is updating only a single row or a single column, enqueue will log that single row and single column. If you are only updating single object, enqueue will log that single object only. So enqueue is there for locking mechanism. It prevents deadlocks. What is deadlock scenario? I am looking for you to log out and you are looking for me to log out, right? Both parties, both transactions will not get success. That is deadlock situation. If there is no enqueue, everybody will select that. Everybody is entering their bank details. Whom should it give confirm? So who logged in first? Who selected that first? he will get read and write authorization, other people will get only read authorization. Clear with this? And only one NQ work process is enough for whole SAP system. Whole SAP system means even though I have 10 application servers, only one NQ work process that will be residing at the first application server. Remember that. You can have number of dialogues, number of backgrounds, number of updates, number of spools, but only one NQ. Remember, for example, your dialog work process, one dialog work process can give 10 users login at a time. If I have 5 dialog work processes, 50 users at a time can log in into the system. That is the reason we are having multiple of work processes. Multiple dialogues, multiple backgrounds, multiple updates, multiple spools, and only one NQ work process is there. This one NQ work process will lock and unlock thousands of locks and thousands of unlocks within fraction of seconds. Within milliseconds, it will locks and unlocks thousands of locks. Got it? And another work process is spool work process. If an end user gives a print, then the request will come to message server to dispatcher will dispatch that work to a special type of work process called spool work process. Spool work process is responsible for printing purpose. Now tell me, if an end user requested for a login, which work process is responsible? Login, dialog work process. Long running job, background. If I want to create, insert, change, modify, then update. I want to give the print, then
Spool.
the for locking mechanism,
NQ.
NQ. Whenever update comes into the picture, NQ will comes into the picture. Remember that. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And there is a message server and a gateway. What is that message server and what is that gateway? We'll see later. Now, what is the beauty of 3-tier architecture? The beauty of 3-tier architecture is, so what is the performance of this system? So for example, this application server is having 4 GB RAM and 2.5 gigahertz processor. 4 GB RAM means and 2.5 gigahertz processor means that processor can give some 100 processes. This system can give 100 processes. Okay, I'll share my task manager. I'll show you that. See, my systems is having 16 GB RAM. My screen is visible?
No, ma'am.
No.
Now
Yes, visible.
my system is having 16 GB RAM and some 4 gigahertz processor. This is utilizing 40% and my memory is utilizing some 47%, almost 50%, right? So when I start any processes, when I start anything, what happens? For example, if I start some TeamViewer now, what happens? See, there will be one executable file called TeamViewer will come, right? TeamViewer. Who is starting this process? Who is starting this process? My processor, my CPU. And to run this application, I need some memory also. Who is giving this memory? My RAM. The combination of processor and RAM will be major role in your system's performance. If your processor is only capable of giving 200 processes, now already 117 plus 9, almost 125 processors are occupied. Your processor has produced almost 125 processes. If my processor is only capable of, now already when I start my operating system, already 117 process started. For all other process, some 9. If I start SAP on this, SAP application also takes some 50 processes. Out of that, for these 5 types of work process, I got 5 dialogues, 5 backgrounds, 5 updates, 5 spools. totally my processor is occupied, and my RAM, for each and every process I need some RAM memory. My RAM memory is occupied. Now I have got only 20 processes. So 5 dialogues, 5 backgrounds, 5 updates, and 4 spools and 1 enqueue. For example, you got this many work process in this system. That depends upon your RAM and processor. 5 dialogues means one dialogue or process can serve some 10 users at a time. So how many users can log in to the system at a time? Only 50 users, right? Now 200 users are logging into the system. What happens to my server? You have to wait in the queue, right? After giving login to some first 50 people, then you will get a login, another 50, then another 50, then another 50. That is the thing is happening with all your servers. Your JNTU server and your Usman University, your educational institution servers are busy when on the results day. Every day, whenever you are trying to log in, it is giving you the login. But on results day, what happens? You say server down. One of your friend is getting the result, but you are not getting the result. But as a layman, what we say? It is a server down. Boss, actually not. Server is not down. Server is having some limited resources. That is the reason it is giving login to 50 people at a time, 50 people at a time, 50 people at a time. Whoever first comes, first in, first out, it will give access to that users. At that time, same time, if you log in, you will be in queue. Sometime your buffer will run for some time, and after that, page could not be found. The result will come that like that. That means what you say? Server is down. When you should say server is down? If this system completely shut down, nobody is able to log in into the system, then that is called as a server down. But if you are not getting the result, that is not the meaning of server down. But as a layman, what we say? The server is down. So the beauty of 3-tier architecture is what? If this application server is not able to handle users requests, my business is increasing, my users are increasing. So what happens? Everybody won't get a login immediately. They have to wait for some time. That result to customer dissatisfaction. If you are trying to log in into Amazon, after 10 to 15 minutes trying, you are getting the login. Will you satisfied with that service? Obviously not, right? So what, when your users are increasing, when you are getting the profits, you can afford the money for hardware. The beauty of 3-tier architecture is you can add another application server, right? So now I'll add another application server to this. See, I have added another 4 GB RAM and 4 GHz processor. Here also I'll get 50 processes for SAP. So 5 dialogue, 20 processes, 5 dialogues, 5 backgrounds, 5 updates, 5 spools. And here, if you observe here I have 5 types of work process: dialogue, background, update, spool, and enqueue. But here only 4. What is missing? Enqueue work process. I told you only one enqueue work process is enough for whole SAP system, and that enqueue will be present in your first application server. From second application server, you don't need any enqueue. Why? Only from this database only you are accessing the data. Na? This is when we have 2 application server. Like this, in SAP you can have up to 00 to 99 application servers. Remember that. If your users are increasing, your hardware resources are less, then you can add another hardware resource with extra hardware resources like RAM and processor. And first 100 users will log in from this application server to this database. Second 100 users will log in from this application server to this database. The database is same, but you're logging from different application servers. That is the beauty of 3-tier architecture, and SAP is using 3-tier architecture. Remember that. Now tell me, this user, my mouse is visible, my cursor.
No.
This second application server is the last user. This one wants to log in into the system. Then how he log in into the system? First the request goes to message server. From message server, this dispatcher, the second dispatcher. Then
Yes.
from there it will go to connect to the database. Remember, you will find a message server only in first application server. Do you have a message server here? In second application server?
No, no, no,
No message server.
No.
And you are finding message server and enqueue both in only first application server, right?
Yes.
Message server and enqueue are not there in second application server. Remember, the first application server is called as central instance. First application server is called as central instance.
Central.
Second application server, dialog instance. Third, dialog instance. Fourth, dialog instance. Okay, I'll draw the image if possible. It will be good for you. Okay. One application. Okay. This is my database. All the users are connecting from this application. Now, this application server is not having that much resources. Then what we do? We install another application server, second application server, then third application server, then fourth application. Like that, you can have 100 application servers. And for this application server, few users will log in from this application server, few users will log in from this application server, few users will log in from this application server. The database is same. All the connectivity from this application server to this application server. They are accessing the same data. But the application server they are connecting is different. Different users, different application servers. So like that you can manage the load on application server. Who is feeling the burden? I gave you example. When you hit www.gmail.com, your request is going to Gmail server which is in US. From there you are getting the login screen. Again you are hitting your user ID and password. Again the request is going there and it is giving you the inbox, outbox, drops, everything. From where you are requesting, from presentation layer you are requesting. It is you are having one browser, by browser you are requesting. Where is your database? In USA, your database server is there. From there you are getting the response. My question is, who is taking your request from presentation to database, database to presentation? Is your application server. That is your application servers which are working in between you and the database. So there is some layer called application layer. Remember that. And the first application server is called as what? First application server what you install is called as central instance. Center. What is instance? We'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. Today we'll see that architecture part only. Central instance. When you call that as a central instance, if you find a message server and enqueue, both services in one application server, if you find message server and enqueue, then you are calling it as central instance. Got it? The first application server, the primary application server is called as central instance. You will find message server and enqueue there. If you find message server and enqueue, that is called as a central instance. Okay. What is dialog instance? From second application server, all the application servers are called as dialog instances. Dialog instance means you don't find message server here and you won't find enqueue also here. If you don't find message server and enqueue, then that is sorry. If you don't find message server and enqueue, then that is dialog instance. If I install another application server, that is what? Central or dialog? Dialog. If I install fourth one, dialog instance. Fifth one, dialog instance. Up to 100 application servers you can install. That means you are strengthening your application layer. Why? The only burden on your application layer, who is accessing that entire data from presentation to database, database to presentation, means your middle layer, that is application layer. See, what is message server then? What is message server? Message server only resides in central instance. message server only resides in central instance, which is responsible for communication between application to application, application to database. See, this first application and second application, how they are connecting? By using message server only, this line, this black line, to this dispatcher, second dispatcher.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? So message server is responsible for communication between application to application and application to database. If the user is not connected to message server, can he able to log in to the database? Can he access the database? No.
No, sir.
Message server is down. You cannot access data. You cannot connect to the database first. First the request is coming to message server only. If that message server is down, nothing will happen. Remember, here we have two things. One is message server, second one is gateway server. What is gateway? Gateway server you can observe in all the application server. First application server we have gateway, second gateway, third gateway. Every application server you will have gateway. Gateway is responsible for communication between SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP. Wait, tell me how many SAP systems I have here?
What is 186?
How many SAP systems I have here? Only one SAP system. Remember that. If I have one database means one SAP repository only you are having, na? One SAP software only you are having. These application servers are what? To access the load, to maintain the load, we are using application servers. But entire thing is only one application server only, one SAP system only. So for one SAP system to another SAP system communication, we are using gateway. See, message server is responsible for communication between application to application, application to database within the same system. These two belongs to same system, right? And application to application, application to database. Whereas gateway is responsible for communication between SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP. Can you please relog in? I'll explain you what exactly I mean to say. Huh?
One.
One SAP system, one database means one SAP system, right? Now tell me. How many SAP systems I have here?
Yes, sir.
Two SAP
Two.
systems.
One.
Two SAP systems. This is first one and this is second one. This is database, na? This is one database, this is one database. This SAP system is having 3 application servers. This is all only one layer only, right? Application layer. This is application layer. That's it. What is this called? The first application server is called as what? Central instance. The second application server?
Dialog instance.
The third application server? Dialog instance. And this one?
Central instance.
Central instance. Excellent. This one?
Dialog.
Dialog.
Why this system is different? This system is different, right? Okay, do we have message server here? Message
Yes, sir.
server?
Yes, yes.
Gateway?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes.
Dispatcher?
Yes.
Sir.
Dispatch. Okay. Dialog?
Yes.
Background?
Dialog.
Update?
Yes.
Spool?
Yes.
NQ?
Yes.
Do I have message server here?
No.
No, sir. No.
Message server, no message server. Gateway?
Yes.
Yes.
Dispatcher?
Yes.
Yes, dispatcher. Every application server will have dispatcher.
Yes.
And dialog web process?
Yes.
Background?
Yes.
Update?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Spool?
Yes, sir.
NQ?
Yes, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, one NQ web process enough for whole SAP system. So do I have gateway here?
Yes.
Message server?
No.
No, sir.
No
No.
message server.
No message server.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Yes, yes, sir. No message server.
No message server. Excellent. Dispatcher?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Dialog?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Background?
Yes.
update,
Yes.
spool,
Yes.
enqueue,
No.
no.
No NQ.
Message server,
Yes. SQL Server. Yes.
gateway,
Yes.
dispatcher,
Yes.
dialog,
Yes.
background,
Yes.
update,
Yes.
spool,
Yes.
enqueue,
NQ also yes, sir.
message server,
No. No.
gateway,
Yes.
dispatcher,
Yes.
dialog,
Yes.
background,
Yes.
update,
Yes.
spool,
Yes.
enqueue.
No NQ.
Congratulations. From today onwards, I will consider you as a basis consultant. You know the architecture. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Simple. Simple. So, what is message server means? Message server is responsible for communication between application to application within the same system. Remember, and application to database only within the same system only. But gateway is responsible for communication between SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP means this SAP system to this SAP system. To communicate two SAP systems, gateway is responsible. And this SAP system to some non-SAP system is there, some Java system is there, some Oracle system is there, some DB2 system is there. If you want to connect, will in our organization we have so many systems, right? It is not mandatory to have only SAP systems. To communicate between SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP, we use the gateway. For internal communication, we use message server. See, the simple example means a message server is just like a pillar for your building. If pillars dismantled, what happens? Your entire apartment will be collapsed. If pillars is collapsed, your entire apartment will be collapsed. Message server is just like a pillar for your SAP system. If message server is down, when you try to connect to the system, first the request is coming to message server. That is down. Can you log in into SAP system? No, completely gone. Your gateway is just like a lock for your opposite building. If there is a lock means it doesn't mean that the building is collapsed. Only the communication will be stopped. No one is there. How can you communicate with them? Their door is locked. Can you communicate with them? No. That is gateway. If message server is down, you cannot log in into the system. If gateway is down, you can log in into the system. You can do anything in the same system, but you cannot communicate with other SAP system. That is the difference between message server and gateway. Clear? See, I'll give you message server definition. Message server only resides in central instance. That means first application server has message server. Message server is responsible for communication between application to application, application to database. Without message server, no communication between this application to this application. Who is connecting this application? Message server only. Who is connecting to your database? Message server only. And message server runs on a dedicated port number 36 Remember, in the on an operating system, everything will have a port number. Your HTTP port, HTTPS port, telnet port, display port, sound port, everything works on a port number. Every service will have a port number. The same way, this message server port number is 36 where is your instance number. What is instance number? I'll come to that. What is instance number? I'll come to that. And next, gateway gateway resides in every application server. Gateway resides in every application server. Gateway is responsible for communication between SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP. And gateway runs on a dedicated port number 33 where is your instance number. Okay? I'll give you another example now.
The gateway server, I can't able to understand. Gateway server.
I'll come to that. My screen is visible.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
How many SAP systems I have?
Yes, sir.
Three SAP systems. Excellent. 3 SAP systems, right? This is one SAP
sir.
system. This is second one. That is third one. To communicate with this SAP system to this SAP system, gateway is responsible. To communicate with this SAP system to some Java system is there. Some Java system is there. This is some non-SAP system, and this is some Java system, some Oracle system. To communicate with this non-SAP systems, R2 systems, we use
Gateway.
gateway.
Gateway server.
Gateway is
sir.
responsible for communication between SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP. Clear? Message server within SAP system. If message server is not responsible for communication between this SAP to this SAP, this application to this application, this application to this application, and this application to databases. Application to database, application to application communication is responsibility of message server. The first application server is called as central instance. This is wait for 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Got the point? This is what?
Yes,
This is what we call the first application server is called as
Central instance.
central instance.
Central
This
instance.
is
Dialog.
dialog instance.
Dialog.
And this one
Dialog, sir.
dialog instance. This one central instance. This one
Central, sir.
central instance. This one
Dialog instance. Dialog.
this one
Dialog instance.
this one.
Dialog instance.
That's it. Only the first application server of that SAP system is called as central instance. Here we have some keywords. Here we have some technical words. You should understand the technical words. The first thing, host name. Host name, SAP SID, DB SID, okay. Instance name, instance number, instance name and instance number. What is host name? Anyone?
User ending.
Host name is nothing but a name for a hardware device. Your laptop will have a computer name, right? That computer name is called as a host name. Host name is not related to SAP boss. This is generalized name. Host name is every hardware device have one name. Even your mobile will have one name. When you are connecting to the Bluetooth, you'll get one name, right? That name is your mobile's name. And when you are installing the operating system itself, it will ask you for the host name. One hardware will have one name. That name is called as a host name. Why we have a host name? To identify a system in a network, every system should have a unique name. That is your host name. Why you all have different names? To identify you in a group, you are having the unique name, right? A separate name. If everyone is Nasir, if everyone is Ranjit, it may create a lot of havoc, right? That is the reason we are having a unique name to identify you in a group. The same way in organization, we have so many systems in a network. All the systems are connected in the network. To identify each and every system is having one name. That name is called as a host name. Clear with that?
Sir.
Okay. See, I'll draw now. For example, I have one application server and one database server. I have two servers with me, two different hardwares. Okay. So this every hardware will have a host name that I am giving India. And this hardware, can I have India same name for this host also? No. Within the same network, both should be somewhat different. I am giving China. The computer name, India and China. And you can give your name also. And host name should be at least 5 digits. Don't give 1 letter, 2 letter, 2 digits. Okay. SAP SID. What is SAP SID? SID means system identifier. System identifier. Every SAP system will have one name. Every SAP system will have one name. All this, where you are installing SAP technically, at application layer only, right? This layer
Yes.
will have one name. That name is SAP SID. For example, I am having two applications. One is installed at India, one is installed at Korea. Now, this application layer, entire layer is comes under one SAP system, right? Even though you have one application server or 99 application servers, that all comes under one SAP system only. So that SAP SID is the 3-digit alphabetic or alphanumeric. Numeric. 3-digit alphabetic or alphanumeric. Okay. SAP SID means system identifier. So can I give Dave as my SID? That is alphabetic, right?
Yes.
1, 2,
Yes.
3.
Yes.
No, it is numeric. Alphabetic
Numeric.
or alphanumeric. You can give A12. Alphanumeric. Can I give 1 to B? Numeric alpha.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Numeric alpha. No. Alphanumeric. Yes. Numeric. No. Alphabetic. Yes. Got the difference? Alphabetic or alphanumeric. First alphabet should be there, then numeric. Or else completely alphabetic. The SAP SID should be 3-digit alphabetic or alphanumeric. Are you clear with this? That is the rule. SAP SID is system identification. To identify your SAP system, you will have a name. Host name is to identify your hardware device. This SAP is SID is for identifying your entire system. For example, can I give Dave as my SAP SID?
No, sir.
Yes.
Why? It is alphabetic, man. 3-digit
Yes,
alphabetic.
sir.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. That is your application's name. DB SID means database SID, system identifier. This application layer will have one name. In the same way, the database layer also have one name. That is DB SID. The same condition. Alphabetic or alphanumeric 3-digit. And SAP is recommending to give same SID for your application as well as database. Then give me one SAP DB SID for this. Same. Can I give Dave?
Yes.
SAP is recommending to give same. Why means
Yes.
this database as application servers are all having one SID so that you won't get any confusion in the network. If you want, you can give other also. Can I give DE2?
Yes.
Alphanumeric, I can give. But as of now, I'm avoiding the confusion. I'm giving the same SID for my database also. This is my SAP SID. This is my database SID. Host name is India, Korea, China. You don't have any doubt in these three, right?
No.
Okay. Instance name. Instance name. Every instance will have one name. Like this instance will have one name called DVEMBGS and the instance number. This is one instance, central instance, this is a dialog instance. How many instances I have here? 2. So every instance will have one number called
Yes, sir.
some zero. It should be 2-digit numeric 0001. Okay. The naming convention of the instance name is DVEMBGS and the instance name. What is D? Dialog, update, enqueue, message server, background, gateway, spool. If I have message server and enqueue, by looking at the name, I can say this is a central instance. For a dialog instance, you'll have a naming convention like DVBGS01. Do I have E here, enqueue? M, message server? No.
Or also no.
So it is a dialog instance. By looking at the name, instance name, you can find out whether it is a central instance or a dialog instance. DVEMBG0. This is instance name. This is instance number. Clear? Every instance will have a number. The number should be unique within one SAP system. From 00 to 99, you can have instance numbers. Are you clear with this? I'll draw another image. Now tell me. How many SAP systems I have here?
One.
One SAP system. Okay, what are the things we need? We need host name. Okay, SAP SID,
SID,
DB
DB
instance name, and
instance
instance
number.
Okay, these all 5 credentials will be there for every SAP system. Now give me one SAP SID. Give me host names first. Can I give India?
India,
Okay, this China.
Korea,
Okay,
China, Korea.
Korea. Okay, this one. When I am giving host name is separate hardware, separate server. Remember that. And this Japan is there? No, Japan.
Yes.
Okay, right. Now give me SAP SID. SAP SID for entire layer, entire application layer. This is my application layer, right?
Yes.
For entire layer, you will have one SAP SID. Can you give me one SAP SID?
IN 13.
What?
IN 130.
YN
13.
13. Right? It should be 3-digit alphabetic or alphanumeric. 3 only. You are giving 4. YN1. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Give some catchy name, boss. Don't give your girlfriend names. It should be somewhat meaningful. Okay, dev system, quality system, production system. Okay. Chalo, give me one. Can I give ABC? Leave it. Can I give ABC to this?
Yes.
SAP SID. And for DB SID, as of now, I'm giving the same ABC. Database SID. Okay. And instance name. What are the services we have here? Do I have message server?
Gateway server,
Gateway,
dispatcher,
dispatcher, and dialog, background, updates, spool. Okay. So my name should be DVEMBGS, and instance number I am giving 00. So this name should be DVEMBGS 00. Here, gateway,
yes, sir.
dispatcher,
Dispatcher,
dialog, background,
database,
updates, spool. And this number is I am giving. What is my number?
01.
Instance number?
01.
Can I give 10?
01. Yes, you can.
I can give any number range between 00 to 99. Remember that.
99.
00 to 99. But it should be unique within one SAP system. Can I give 10 to this?
Yes, sir. No.
No, already I have 10, right?
Oh.
So can I give 12?
Then
Yes, you
Anything,
can give.
anything between 00 to 99, but it should be unique within one SAP system. Now give me this name, DVBGS 10.
DV.
DVEMB.
No E, no M, no NQ, no message server. Here I don't have NQ
Okay.
and message server, right? And here
Okay.
I have gateway and a dispatcher
Dispatch.
and dialog
Dialog.
background
DVS.
update spool.
Dialog
And the
background
naming
update.
convention is DVBGS
DVBGS
12.
12.
Clear with this? What is my message server port number? 36 dollar. Where your dollar is instance number. So 3600. Gateway port number 33
35.
instance number
33.
00. Dispatcher port number is 32 and instance number 00. Now what is message server port number here?
3600, sir. Until there is no.
So
No,
for,
no.
for everything only one message server. So here also 3600 only. And 3310
Double
gateway
zero.
port number. And dispatcher port number 3210. Here the dispatcher port number 3212. Gateway
12.
port number 3312. That's
1, 2.
Finish. Architecture finish. Are you clear with this? Host name, SAP SID,
Yes, sir.
DB SID, instance name and instance number. Okay. Now we'll draw the same thing to two systems. We'll try. Did we get any confusion or what? We'll avoid that confusion if you have anything. Okay?
Sir.
Right. No. Now tell me how many SAP systems we have here.
2, sir.
2.
2. Okay. Give host names. India,
India, China,
Japan. I'm going with China here. China. For this,
India.
Korea. Why
Sorry,
India? Already
sorry.
you have India in this network, same network. Okay. Germany. We have nearly 119 countries, boss. Give me some names.
US.
America.
Italy.
US.
Don't give US.
Italy.
It's only 2 letters, right? Okay, Italy. I am going
Italy.
with Italy. Okay.
Okay.
And this one, France.
Canada.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Any host name. Okay. Canada. Right. I have 2 SAP systems here, right?
Yes.
Now, what is this called as? What is this?
2
Central instance.
Central instance.
Central
This is-
instance.
Dialog instance.
Dialog instance.
This is
Central instance.
this system, separate system, right? This is
Yes.
Yeah.
Dialog
Dialog instance. Dialog instance.
this one.
instance.
Dialog instance.
Give me one SAP SID. Anyone? For this this SAP system.
US.
What is that?
QAS.
QAS. Right? Otherwise, you can say QUA, quality system. Okay?
SQL.
Okay, I'll come to that SQL. Okay. This DBSID, same QA. That means that layer. This layer. Okay. And do I have a gateway here? A message server?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Gateway?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Dispatcher?
Dispatcher. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
dispatcher.
Yes, sir.
Gateway,
Yes, dispatcher also.
Yes, sir.
message server,
No.
Yes, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, no.
instance number
Yes,
00,
0,
20.
01.
01.
Can I give 20?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
What is the naming convention of this instance name? DVEMBGS00. This is DVBGS20.
TVP.
What is this port
20.
number? Anyone? Port number of this message server?
36 3600.
3600. This is
Yes.
2600.
33.
Double three.
3300.
00.
This is 3200.
3200.
This one
3220.
this one.
3320.
Excellent. Okay. Can you please give me one SAP SID for this system? PRD.
SQL.
SQL. Okay. What the problem with SQL is SAP is recommending to not to give few SIDs. In that SIDs, one of SID is SQL. Why means SQL is one of the programming language, right? That is a regular term.
Yeah.
SQL or a DB2, SAP as SAP, ERP as SID. Don't give these words. USR. Why? I'll explain you later. Okay. As of now, I'm doing
Okay.
PRD. Okay. Here also PRD. Okay. Do I have message servers here?
Yes.
Gateway,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
gateway.
dispatcher.
Dispatcher also.
Okay. What is the instance number here? 00. Can I give 00 here?
No, sir.
No.
Except 0020. Anything between 00 to
Why
99.
boss? Why? This is a different SAP system, right? I can give 00 to 100 here also. For one SAP system, you can have 100 application servers. This is another SAP system. This is another SAP system. I can give 00 here. I can give 20 also here.
30.
Yes or no? Within one
Yes, sir.
SAP system, I should not repeat that number. But if it is a separate system, here also I can have 100 application servers. In this system also, I can install 100 application servers. Then obviously you should give that number. You can assign that number. No worries. Now, what is instance name? DVEMBGS. Confused or clarity?
That is, sir.
DVBGS 20. This one
DV.
DVBGS
DVBGS
30.
30.
What is the port number here? 36.
36.
00.
This is 3200.
3200.
This one
3300.
3300. Here gateway. What is the port number for gateway? 3320.
3320.
What is the gate dispatcher port number?
3220.
20. What is this dispatcher port number?
3230.
3230. What is this gateway port number?
3330.
30.
Oh, excellent, boss. Everybody here, are you clear with this? All 7 people.
Yes.
Yes. If yes, congratulations. A big congratulations to all. You know the base
Application.
of SAP. Okay. But
So,
I am very sorry.
application.
But I am very
Application.
sorry to say this. This is the old architecture, whatever you learned till now. Please have 2 minutes silence for that. Nothing to worry. I'll explain new architecture. If you understand this architecture, new architecture will be very easy for you. Nothing to worry. These are the basics. If you are good at basics, you can understand anything. This is the basic of SAP. and this is the old architecture. Somewhat new architecture is changed. I'll explain you tomorrow what is that new architecture, how it is changed, why they changed that,
Okay.
everything. If you know understand this, you'll understand that. Any doubts from today's session?
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
Yes, sir.